Come along with me as I turn one of my favorite designs from 2025 into a different design, same design, different paper, with new products coming in the January to April mini catalog and online exclusives. Join me in this video and you too can see how I can change this into this, or this into this, or even this. Hi, my name is Marianne Cowan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ottawa, Canada, where it's chilly today, freezing rain tonight. We get all types of weather here. I'm glad you joined me today as I'm in my craft room. And for the next couple of days, probably till tomorrow, I will be taking a card design I made in 2025 that I really love and changing it into something different using papers, designer series papers from the upcoming catalog and online exclusives. So if you're interested, look on my website for my upcoming classes. I have the seasonal sampler, which is an online product share, but what's different about my product share is that you get a card to make with each of the designer series papers. My virtual winter retreat is January 31st. It is online, but you will I will go online on January 31st. You will be making 14 cards, 7 each, 2 each of 7 designs, all featuring products from the new catalog and upcoming online exclusives. Birthday Stamp-A-Stack is also online, just because in Ottawa we don't have very predictable winter weather for driving. So Birthday Stamp-A-Stack is February 14th, also online. And then looking way ahead, save the date for Spring Retreat is March 28th. So thanks for joining me. Today, I actually have 2 cards, and I'll show you this one first because I received this as a birthday card from one of my team members, actually. And then I took it and I loved it, so I recreated it into this, using different products, but same design. It's just a really pretty card. So today we're going to take it and using the Lovely Blossoms paper, designer series paper. This is an online exclusive. It's 12 by 12, and there is a sheet that's not showing because there is one sheet that has, if you'll remember from this card, I also use that paper. It has one page that has larger sections you can just cut out as card fronts. So the patterns are really, really pretty. Really pretty. It also has ribbon that goes with it, and it has dog hair. Moody Palette Glossy Dots. Nice and flat for mailing and really pretty colors. This is Secret Sea, Old Olive, Cloud Cover, and then a white. So a really nice palette, 2 different sizes. Really, really pretty. So in my seasonal sampler, when you get a sample of that paper, you'll also get a sample of the ribbon and of the glossy dots. There are 2 ribbons actually. This is the one I prefer. There's a thicker one as well, and this is another sneak peek of a class I will be sharing with you. Not a class, an online class, I guess you could call it. Hello, Lise from Ontario. Are you getting the freezing rain right now? It's gonna be nasty. Okay, so here's the design of the card, and what I like to do when I make my cards is I just take a sticky and stick it on the back, so when I'm writing it up, and I'm going to post these on my blog when I get off of here, let's put this over here. So my white is 10 3/4 by 5 1/2, and then you score it at 1 3/4, 3 1/4, 7 1/2, and 9. It would actually be going this way. And then I'm not going to call out all the different colors or measurements, but I'll try to remember to say them as I go along. Now I might need my reminder card here. All right, so I do know that these go on the inside. So sometimes when I have a floral, I will just take a punch or a die cut and just cut out a little floral instead of fussy cutting it all out, just to give it some interest inside. Oh, the other thing I did with this one is because I felt like this one was a little bit too white, although it's still very beautiful. So I did take my Old Olive blending brush and I did flick it to get this little spotty stuff here. Hi Lisa. We have a Lise and a Lisa on today. Awesome. Okay, so I did do some flicking, not spritzing, although you could use your little spritzer. I find I'm a little too heavy-handed when I use my spritzer, so I just like flicking. I used to do that all the time and then kind of got away from it, but all right, so I didn't check my glue, so hopefully it's all good. So we have these two pieces on the inside. I'm not going to glue the inside one in yet because I want to make sure I put it exactly in the right spot, but let's just get started on that. You could pop this up if you want, but with all these folds, I feel like I should leave it flat. Okay, so that is going to go in here, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly where it's going to go, but let's not tempt fate. Now I do have a die cut. Oh, I didn't stamp a sentiment. Oh, I know why. I do have a die cut from a new set of dies. It's actually, is it a sweet? It's called Nature. Oh, it's snowing in Wisconsin. And Lee says they're about to get the snow. So winter weather, it's a perfect time to be in your craft room. Okay, so let's just keep going as I'm chatting away here. I'm going to put this on the Old Olive. Oh yes, I was starting to say that this amazing die is from an upcoming set called, one of you guys can help me out, something Nature. I do have the paper here. Nature Walk is the paper, but I think it's called Nature's Symphony. So it's got this, one of the elements is this beautiful, beautiful leaf, die cut leaf. And what's nice about this one, it's quite large, but you can always cut it down and just use the two pieces or use them in different areas. I'll show you a sneak peek. This is how my brain is working today. Sneak peek of some cards I've made with Nature Symphony. Amazing. And it does have these embellishments that go with it called faux bronze pentagons. Here's one card. I'll just show you two cards. The paper is incredible. And to be honest, it was not on my first, oh, I must have that list, but it should be on everyone's first must-have list now. Okay, back to this one. You can see how pretty the backside is as well. Okay, so we've got that, and then I think we're going to use our Greetings for All Mix and Match Ephemera pack, and if you don't have this pack, you need it. Okay, so we've got that panel, this panel. So it's on the small panel that we're going to be putting our leaf, our sentiment, and I don't know why I did not do a bow for this. It definitely needs a bow. So I'm going to grab that. I don't know if I want linen thread or if I want the blue, so we can try that after. Okay, so let's just get this all lined up so we can start putting it together. It's actually quite simple once you know all the measurements. And as I said, after I do this, I'm going to go sit by the fire and do the blog post. So that goes like that, that goes like that. This one is going to go here. And it goes in like that. And then this one goes here and goes like that. Okay, I'm going to start with this one actually. So I'm going to cheat. No, I'll remember. Will I remember? It'll be bad if I don't. Okay, so I think about there. The one thing about white glue is I can move it around a little bit. All right, I think that does look good. That looks pretty straight. Just gonna hold it up. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so that's good. Now this one is going to go here. So it's gonna go all the way to here and here. It's very technical the way I'm doing this. All the way to here and here. So you just want to make sure you have the same on the top, the bottom, and the side. It's fairly even. Let's see. It's very pretty. And then this one, don't want to lose this little piece. This one can just go in the middle and the inside. And really you could just write on that panel, but I think it looks pretty when you add this extra panel. So I'm trying to center it. Now let's just fold everything down. Sometimes I like to just turn it over and give it a good fold. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so now we've got this big chunk of a leaf. And it's going on here, but remembering that we can do it a little bit off as long as we don't go outside of that. It needs to go up though because I have my sentiment. And my sentiment can go just like that. All right, I do like it right there. One thing about this, I've made a few cards with this petal, is it does have little slits in it, so you don't want to be too generous with the glue, otherwise it goes through the little slits. Talking from experience here. So I just put a little bit of glue. The other thing you can do with this style of leaf, and I'll show you maybe on this one. So let's remember where I wanted it. I always like things on a bit of an angle. No, no, no. Because it has to be, I want my circle right about there. It has to be a little bit like that. So when you have this line down the middle of your leaf, one thing that you can do is make your leaves more 3D, like that. Knowing though that when you put it in the envelope, they're going to flatten out. So you could do that with a couple of your leaves. I've put glue on all of them, so it's not going to work that great. But even just having a couple of them 3D, I think looks nice. There we go. In which case you should put your glue like right on the ends, not right underneath the glue. Okay, so we've got that, and that. And that's going to be our sentiment. So let's pick out something that's going to fit in there. And that I want to use. Otherwise you could just use a sentiment. Happy Easter, no. Let's try best wishes. The other thing you can do is just add a sentiment. Let's try thankful for you. I usually design my cards, but I don't actually make it before I go online. I kind of like that. This one's kind of big and bulky. Let's go with that. Thankful for you. There's always a lot of people to thank this time of year. That's going to get popped up. And I don't know if you had the Christmas version of these, but I used it all the time. And I especially used it at my classes I did at the senior center, because they could just pick a sentiment and then add it. And the other thing is they had sticky stuff on the back. So although it was tricky for them to get it off, once they got it off, it was great. All right, so now we're going to test out, do I want, this is Cloud Cover 3/8 inch ribbon. But even 3/8 I find too big, so I trim it down. And I'm going to use my big scissors because they go faster. So I just take it. You do have to be okay with a little bit of fraying. That's a style though. Vintage. This card does kind of give out vintage vibes. So I'm just going to take it and cut it what is actually not really down the middle, but it's getting cut in half. Does anyone else do this with their ribbon? I do like adding a bow, but sometimes the bows are just too big. All right, got her done. You could also do, let's try both. Although I think I'm gonna think it's too much, but let's try. So we have our linen thread and our cloud cover. This card already has a lot going on, so you don't want to really overwhelm it. Okay. Little moment of confusion there when I saw the two circles. Yeah. Nope. Don't like it with both. So we'll try one. I'll try a cloud cover bow, and then we'll try a linen thread bow and see which one we like. And the more you play around with this, like I'm doing, the more it's fraying, which is not exactly what I want, but that's okay. All right, that looks good. If I was patient enough, I would go back and snip off some of this stuff, but I'm not. So there's that one. And the way I've done my sentiment by popping it up, I can tuck part of the bow underneath there, which I like that. Okay, so there's that one, and let's try linen thread. I'm even just going to do single linen thread. I often double it, but I just want to see. It might be, linen thread might be a little more subtle. And then we'll add some dots. Okay, so there's that one. Or just a linen thread bow. Or you could tell me no bow. I don't know, it doesn't really, with the circle there would have been room for the bow because it you have your sentiment down here, but for this one I'm not sure it's working as I think it should without it covering the sentiment. Okay, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Bow, no bow, blue bow, linen thread bow. And I will add some glossy dots. Get my pick tool. And I think, oh, there's lots of old, color choice. I'm gonna go with blue. So this is cloud cover. And my, yeah. You need to have just a little bit of this stuff out. Not too much, or it's really more trouble than it's worth. Yeah, I like the blue. Blue's good. And I think I'll do one more blue down here. Yeah, blue's good. All right, any ideas for the ribbon? Here we go. Linen thread. And I guess I could put bow somewhere else too. I don't know, I just always like to put it at kind of the end of the branch, or in this case the leaves. Could put it under here. I think blue and under there. Let's just go with it. Don't want to overthink this stuff. Might do it the other way though. Okay, Elise likes linen thread. All right, let's swap her out. When you get a vote, I hear you. Now the one thing about the linen thread, I just did a single. So you do have to kind of squish it together at the back so it doesn't squish your whole card together. All right, we're just going to kind of let the linen thread thing do its own thing. There we go. All right, I like that. I like the little gems. We'll save this bow. We'll stick it. Oh, if you have a clear block close by, just stick your bow there and use it next time. Okay, so that's the cloud cover faux linen. I do love this ribbon, I gotta say. And we have another piece. I'll pop it in with the other cards that we can use for later. And when I do my embellishments, I was just saying yesterday, I just slice open 1/2 and then slide them in and out. I did used to put them each one in its own little container, but unnecessary, I feel. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on my new one now. So when I go and do the blog post, I will have the measurements. So here's the new card. Thankful for you. I think someone would really appreciate receiving this card in the mail. So here are the old ones. They're not old, but the ones that I modeled it after. So I cased it after these two, meaning I copied and shared everything. That's what casing means. And casing is not a bad thing. People post their ideas online so that you can learn from them. That's the whole idea of a sharing community. So here we have our 1, 2, and 3. Do you have a favorite? Yes, I do like the linen thread. Lee's, good call. And I do love the little glossy dots. They just had that little... And I like how I added the little flicking around the edge to get rid of some of that white. So here's this one. Very pretty. This one I used, instead of designer series paper, I used embossed because I was kind of modeling it after this one. All right, so that's my card for today. I hope you've checked out my classes, mariannecowan.com/events. Thank you for watching today. I do appreciate it if you like and share my video. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you will know the next time I go live. And with this wintry weather upon us, I hope you are getting to spend lots of time in your craft room. It's certainly where I like to be these days. Although I will say our daughter came over with her dog earlier and we did go out back for a snowshoe. Although today was going to be the day I was going to be lazy and not do that, but she came over and we did. And it was really quite beautiful. And it's a good thing I did because tomorrow I don't think I'm going to be snowshoeing if we get all the freezing rain that they're predicting. So stay safe wherever you are. Winter weather can be very treacherous. And forget about going out onto the roads. Go to your craft room and create some beautiful cards. And then don't forget to send them to somebody. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.